Hi guys, welcome back to VIP CS and Cologne playoffs are here, and it's fucking crazy the amount of good teams there are. Even though when we are missing Faze and Navi, which are the two finalists of the last year, it's still very stacked, man. Seriously, there are so many good teams right now, and all of them are performing as well. So that's pretty great. Talking about the fantasy for the group stage, it went pretty well on some levels. I got top 9%, which is good. But the sad thing was, Heroic and Vitality both lost their games to play for the semi-finals. So Vitality obviously lost to G2 and Heroic lost to Ence, which is just sad because if they would have won, I would be in top 5. That's kind of sad, but overall top 9%, it's pretty good. All the 5 players that I chose are basically in the in the playoffs as well, and let's be real, it went pretty amazing, to be honest. And top 9% isn't the worst. My team selection is still good, but when it comes to roles and all, this is where I'm struggling. But yeah, overall my team selection is pretty good. Now coming to the IEM playoffs, I will first make the predictions, and based on that we will make the team. Now coming to the bracket of the playoffs, it's pretty amazing, man. Look at the team. Vitality versus Cloud9. My god, it's a banger, man. It's like, this should be a final, man, seriously. Heroic versus Astralis, a Danish derby. Crazy. I would love to see Astralis destroy Heroic. If that happens, will not, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. G2 and Ence in the semis as well. Ence is one of the, not a big name, but still a team that can definitely do a lot of damage as well. Now let's start with the predictions, right? The pickems over here. The first one is Heroic Astralis. I would say it's fair to say that Heroic is the best team right now compared to Astralis, but Astralis have shown a lot of, good qualities as well. Buzz have performed insanely amazing. Like, he has been amazing, this particular tournament, and Device, it's just crazy. The way Device is playing, it's really amazing, and Buzz is playing really good as well. Blamef has been really consistent, like he's always been as well. So I can see Astralis winning this, but I feel like Heroic is definitely gonna win it. I think irrespective of who wins it, Heroic or Astralis, I think G2 will take this game. Why? Because I believe that G2 have a higher ceiling, first of all, and many times when we see the G2 thrive is when it's like in the playoff games, Hunter is playing great, JKS is playing good, right? Because one thing we noticed that Niko and monesy have a certain level that they maintain. It's just the Hunter and JKS that they have to basically perform. And this tournament particularly, even though Hunter struggled in the Blast tournament, in this IEM Cologne, he has been fucking crazy. He has like 1.24 rating. It's crazy how good he has been. And I think one thing that we have seen is basically Hunter always performs when it comes to playoffs. And I feel like irrespective of whoever wins in the between Heroic and Astralis, I think G2 is gonna take it. So I'm just gonna say that G2 is taking the semi-finals and they will be in the finals. Now coming to the different side of the bracket, it's Vitality vs Cloud9. Oh my god. Like I said, this should be the finals. Like, seriously, at least semis, man. Ence is the semis. I feel like the winner of this game will definitely win against Ence. I don't even think that Ence have a chance to win against any of this team, because I feel like the firepower of Vitality and Cloud9 is just insane. They are so much ahead of basically Ence when it comes to firepower and it comes to basically big games. Ence played in basically IEM Dallas, but the crowd was small. The Cologne crowd is big. The Cologne crowd is big. Vitality have the experience over here, right? And same for on some levels Cloud9 as well. Obviously, they have struggle always in front of the crowd, but so I feel like when the winner of this game will be winning the against Ence as well. And I don't know who to predict over here. Obviously, Exile is there, so that's crazy. That gives a lot of confidence to the team. Right now, they can basically play as well, like the way they have practiced, and like everyone have said that Cloud9 has basically mauled anyone who has been basically playing against them in the practice. But practice and in front of 16,000 people is different thing. We have seen that if there's one team that is really good in practice and people say that they are really good in practice and in studio environment, and it doesn't reflect on the playoffs, right? And that's Cloud9. Cloud9 have amazing performance in group stage and practice, what people say. But when it comes to playoffs, it's not the same, right? They choke like they choked in Dallas as well, in Rio, man, right? So that's a problem. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's 55-45 in favor of Vitality. But I want to see this Cloud9 work. And that's why I'm going. Oh, no, it's so hard. Vitality is so good. These are two of the teams that I really like a lot. I would go for Cloud9 just because I want to see Cloud on a big stage. I want to see Cloud9 was a G2 in the finals. Vitality G2 would be crazy as well, but I don't know, man. I believe in this Cloud9. I'm a huge fanboy of Electronic and Hobbit, and that's why I'm like, please, Cloud9, do it. But Vitality can easily win it as well. Like I said, it doesn't matter who wins, who plays against Ence, the other team is going to take it. So I'm going to take Cloud9. And it's going to be Cloud9 was G2 in the grand final. And I'm saying this as well. In this, anything can happen. Grand finals, who knows? Who knows? I'm going for G2. It's hard to basically say G2 because if Cloud9 won against Vitality, if Cloud9 won against Ence, this game, anything can happen. Shido was a monesy. Exile was a niko. Like, just looking based on firepower, if Cloud9 is basically able to manage there, I'm just gonna say Cloud9. Why? Because it's a fairy tale and nobody expect a lot from, I mean, everyone expect a lot from Cloud9 because of name value, but nobody actually believe in Cloud9 that they would take it. If Cloud9 win all of the games, you know, like Vitality and Ence, I think Cloud9 is taking the finals. I actually believe it because it gives a lot of confidence, and I feel like just the firepower is just insane as well. Now coming to fantasy, I will give you two types of lineups. One which is based on if Vitality win against Cloud9, and one if Cloud9 wins in that game. Because like I said, I think the team that basically wins on that sort of bracket will go to the finals. I genuinely believe it. And on the other side of the bracket, even the Heroic are crazy, amazing, and they should easily beat Astralis, I think they will lose against G2. I think G2 will definitely win against, you know, Heroic because they are peaking at the right moment. One thing we have noticed from G2, that if they are clicking, if everything is clicking, they are winning the tournaments. If it's not clicking, they don't even make out of the group stage, right? It's crazy how, you know, inconsistent G2 are in terms of tournament. But if it is clicking, it is clicking, and the way they are playing right now with Hunter, everyone playing great. I think like, you look at the confidence, you look at the environment as well. Hooksy is screaming, even though he's bottom fragging with 1 kill after 18 deaths, he's still screaming, he's still into it, right? So I genuinely believe that, you know, G2 is gonna win against Heroic, and that's why I'm going for G2 and Ence, one Ence player, two G2 player, and then two players from either Cloud9 or Vitality, right? First, let's go with Cloud9. So I'm gonna say Hunter and monesy from G2. Again, like I said, monesy is performing really, really well. Hunter is the guy to look forward when it comes to playoffs. And for 196 player, it's crazy because you need to understand that they will get padding stats as well, right? G2 will get easy padding stats, which is like again a good heads up start, right? That is the case. Then I'm going for Snappy. I feel like Ence is a team. I told you that Ence is gonna lose in semifinals. Go for a player that you believe will lose, and go for the cheapest player. Boom, you get a stat padding, and hopefully he doesn't perform really, really bad so that, you know, you don't go negative. But I feel like, you know, going for Snappy is good one because Snappy is a player who doesn't just get destroyed. I'm gonna go with Electronic. 202 for Electronic is just crazy. It's just fucking crazy. It should be much higher than that. And then I'm going for Perfecto as well. These are the two players which have the most experience in this team as well. You know, Perfecto, one thing we know from Perfecto, he always delivers. And one thing we know from Electronic should be 210. That's just how it is. Because yes, even though he's the in-game leader, he has said that, you know, in a lot of interviews that a lot of times it's Shido that is making the calls. A lot of time he said in the basically, interview with ESL that if Shido gives a call, he doesn't even think about it. He just go with the flow. And if that is the case, Hobbit also chimes in. Electronic doesn't have a lot of pressure in his mind, right? And even if he was the in-game leader, 2-2 is just a joke for a player like Electronic. So this is the team for me. I feel it's a really solid team as well. Coming for the roles for this team, I think I'm going with eco-friendly for Hunter, main opper for monesy, anti-fragger for Electronic, snappy for noob, because again, like I said, I don't think so he will give you huge numbers, but I expect them to lose. So obviously he will have low rating. Less negative points gonna be sad, but 0 points is good, because remember, if your team loses, a team is basically your chosen, are basically in quarterfinals, and that team loses, it gives -3 points for each stage as well. So it's better to go for a player that is basically already in the semifinals, right? So you don't get minus points for, more stages, I would say. Now coming for the other team, again, I would go for the same player that I will go for from G2. It's Hunter, and then I will go for JKS because we need to make money for players from Vitality as well. Because, like I said, it should be like if you believe in Vitality, because I think most of you will basically say if Vitality win against Cloud9, they will gonna win against Ence. So put equal value of players from G2 and Vitality, and because of that I'm going with zywoo and Apex as well. So I'm going good players from Vitality as well. Apex has performed very, very well in this tournament as well. And then I told you a player from Ence, and I'm going for Madden for that, because again, Madden is not a player who's got, again, he doesn't really shit the bed very easily. Looking at the roles, I'm going with Hunter as eco-friendly, Camper for Apex, zywoo Stat Hunter, support for JKS, and Madden for noob. Again, same noob, because I don't think so he will. If I expect him to lose, it's better to go for noob. And obviously, I'm not going for Opper in case of zywoo, because zywoo doesn't like to op that much. When he does, he has a lot of impact, but sometimes he just play with rifles, right? So it's better to go with Stat Hunter, which is basically almost 95%, right? So it's better to go with that. I'm going with Cloud9. I believe Vitality can easily win it. I actually believe that Vitality are the favorites, but I want to make it different as well. I don't want to make it, everyone is going for Vitality. I believe in Cloud9. I don't know. Maybe I will change in the end. But these are the two that I will basically, switch between. I believe in Cloud9 right now, and I will go for this. I don't know what's going to happen in last second, I would say. I can change it like 5 minutes before the game, game starts, but I'm going for this. I secured a top 9% in the last IEM group stage. Let's see what I was going to do with this. And I will say this though, enjoy this cologne, because this cologne has been very good in terms of hype, in terms of games, in terms of excitement, in terms of everything. This is the last cologne of CSGO as well. It's the biggest stage apart from majors. Even though this is not a major, it feels like a major, and I'm so excited for the playoffs. So enjoy and good luck for your fantasy, and tell me your predictions about the playoffs, how it will pan out, and your fantasy as well in the comment section. And see you soon, and good luck for the top 5%. Bye guys, and take care.